Hi tarot friends, this is Ultraviolet Morgan again. This has been so eventful. I think the next what I'm going to do is going to be a oracle deck with very few cards. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're on the Suit of Wands, and we did decide to break this up into a few smaller but not small videos, because we are really diving in deep, because that's how we do here on this channel. All right. Ace of Wands. Okay, this looks like, honestly, like demonic activity. That's very strange. Almost insect-like, amphibian. Okay, and here we have winged creatures. Perhaps, so this is dark. Okay, so, all right, I was a little confused, but now I see that the light is kind of driving away the darkness is probably what's happening in this specific ace, because I'm like, what is this, all this? It's very strange. But yeah, you see they're kind of scurrying away. They're scurrying out of the darkness. The light has arrived, and these things are kind of running off. Okay, so now the wands represent fire. Their key element is the force of will and the various resources of human beings. Okay. Ace, creation, invention, enterprise, beginning, debut, origin, birth, family, and the virility associated with these, the starting point for every activity, primordial chaos and order. Okay, so this is the primordial chaos, and this is kind of the order that's coming into being, driving the primordial chaos. Now, if you're talking about shadow work, I recently heard something about shadow work is not about shining light on things, because shining light actually just pushes things into the darkness. So if we were going Jungian with this, we could get some really interesting insights and thoughts, you know. So we do kind of have the enlightenment is kind of pushing these primordial creatures off. But then where are they going? I mean, right? So they've gone somewhere. Some really interesting thoughts there. Now we have the Two of Wands. So here we're looking out the window. We're inside, we're looking out. There's some people that are kind of hanging out underneath that we don't even see. You know, this person wants to know what is outside. What is out beyond my known borders? What else is out there? So that's good. Three of Wands. Well, here we have an angel. And this looks like a female figure. And she's kind of tiptoeing. She's venturing forth. There's almost a little bit of fool energy. You see almost like we're on a cliff. We've got these ferns. So 3 can be sort of starting out on your adventure, venturing out beyond. So this is like 2 is just wondering what's beyond, thinking about what's beyond, wanting to know what's beyond, and this is actually taking those first steps out there, which is good. I always have problems with 2 and 3 because 1, they look so similar, and the concepts are so close to each other. They're just a fraction apart. You know, it's like one's like right before you take a step, and the next one's a step. So actually, this deck gets it right for these 2 cards, in my opinion. Now I'm saying opinion like Lisa says it. Let's see. 4 of Wands. The light's not as good in here as it used to be. Hey, baby. Can you go go turn that light on and see if that brightens me up any. I'm going to turn on a light. Well, yeah, a little bit. Just a little. Thank you. So this is interesting because the Four of Wands, it looks like they're preparing for a celebration. So it's interesting because you see the people like doing the hard work for the celebration, kind of putting it together, which I think that has a lot of applications to life, to a reading, you know. I feel like this is very much about preparing for that celebration, or doing a lot of preparation in order to, well, I got this for someone for work. I would probably say you've been preparing for a big event or something like that. You know, a lot of busyness, a lot of energy, a lot of commotion, a lot of moving parts. Everything does seem to be coming together really well, and people are energized and, you know, excited about seeing it all come together, you know. So yeah, this is a card with some good energy. Five of Wands. This is great. We're wrestling with an angel. Like, what could be better, right? So we have this sort of combat, and it's also interesting because Five of Wands a lot of time is sparring, or sort of play fighting, or sort of strengthening your skills, or you know, basically not a real fight in a way. We have to know that a man against an angel has zero chance. So I think that would be maybe Jacob wrestling with the angel, during Jacob's ladder dream. But in any event, we know that the angel could easily take him. So we know that this is not a 100% serious fight. We know that the angel is testing or strengthening this person in some way, rather than actually, if they were wanted to defeat them, it would be an instantaneous thing. So they're sharpening this person like a tool. Give me some flashbacks to Supernatural when I said that. Daddy's blunt object. Okay, Six of Wands. Yeah, you know, we got the person up here. They're riding back all triumphant from something. Then here's the king here too, as well. Lots of crazy things happening. Some questionable things. Except testing his toothbrush, in case anybody wondered. Seven of Wands. Oh, wow. That's so... Wow. Well, the Seven of Wands a lot of time is like you're defending your victory from the Six. You know, now that once you get into a place where you have everything you want, other people want it too, whether it's a promotion or items or whatever, you know, once you climb the ladder, yeah, go ahead. Once you climb the ladder, there's people coming up after you. But this is kind of like, you know, this person is obviously these people are no competition for this person. No match, so this gives me more of the other sense of the card sometimes, where it's the same side that you put the cup, honey. So this of having the high ground, or being in sort of a better position from those who are maybe coming up after you. Kind of being up there on the hill. King of the hill. King of the hill, sort of. More of an untouchable. People may be coming after you, but they really can't. They really can't touch you. They really can't harm you. So I mean, I think that's true in the Seven of Swords. You see people are coming, but you fight them off pretty easily because you do have the high ground, the high position. Eight of Wands. All right. And they're knocking over those big towers. Very interesting. Force of nature. That's weird because that's a human. Sudden events, right? Speed. Great hurry, great hope, sacrifice, savagery. Savagery. Again, I don't see any of that. So you obviously, there's a sudden event, and people are sent into immediate action, such as just now when something clearly got knocked over.
I didn't mean to.
It doesn't matter if you mean to. It matters what you do afterwards. Okay. Oh, great. My battery's low. Never going to get through this. Okay, so you do see people are pushed into immediate action. So it works. It definitely is a different feel. It's not as optimistic as I would normally read the Eight of Wands. You see that in a lot of these cards. This is probably a good deck for shadow work or any kind of more depth work, darker, more internal things, I guess. Nine of Wands. Really interesting. Let's look at the book real quick. 9. Strength and adversary, charging forward or standing steadfast. A confrontation of power or skill. So this would normally be like our wounded warrior, I guess. But this guy is not a wounded warrior. He is... yeah. They're not going to hurt him. It's weird. Strength and adversity. That's what it was. Okay. So maybe if you think of it as metaphorically, like people coming against you actually are causing you to grow in strength. There you go. There you go. A confrontation of power or skill, but where you're easily able to withstand. I had a friend who was going through some things, and someone said to her, "You're," instead of her name, "You're, Jenny fucking Jones," as an example. And that person will not be the end of you, And she was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. That person will not be the end of me. So that's kind of what this feels. It's like a reminder that you might feel in the moment that all these people are after you, but then you remember that you are just bigger than all of them. And yeah, they won't be taking you down anytime soon. 10 of Wands, carrying the burden. That's so crazy because this is just so much less dramatic than this one was. But you're carrying, you got the heavy sticks. You don't see a home. You don't see that he's almost, almost done. I mean, but you do see... Now the coffee machine's making a lot of noise. You do see that he's carrying the heavy sticks over his shoulder, the heavy burden. He's doing, he's probably worn out and tired. That'll work. It'll get you there. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. An inquisitive person. A person unafraid of authority or consequences. Authority, attention, secrecy, surveillance, espionage. Wait. That's swords. I'm not even reading the right one. A passionate speaker. Okay, thank you. An opinionated person. Yes. That's me. Envoy. Messenger, critic, new spark and ideas. Okay, I can see that. I can actually... That's one where actually the book did enlighten me onto that. Yeah, you see someone, they're kind of holding forth, they've got opinions, they've got things to say, they are sharing their message. Yep, I like it. I like it. Unequivocally, I actually like that one. Knight of Wands. This gives that kind of reckless, like charging into battle. explorer, an idealist, an inventor. Journey, departure, absence, flight, immigration, a cordial young man, change of residence. None of those make any sense, really, other than maybe change of residence. Yeah, sort of flight into action. It works for Knight of Wands. I don't know why they put all that extra weird stuff in the book. Queen of Wands. Oh, boy. Here's our queen. And I don't know why there's little naked Cupid butts, I'm assuming, yeah. So this is like kind of Baroque style architecture with all the little tiny details. Shh. The sugar's over this way, remember? Okay, okay. And we see this dude kind of trying to slide into her IMs. He's like, that Queen of Wands, she is hot, and I gotta get me some. Oh boy, you definitely feel like decadence and just all extra, the extra. But I don't really think she has the time of day for him. Queen, an understanding soul, a shrewd partner, a capable person capable of original advice, interest in wealth, or certain success in business. Okay, again, the book is no use to me here. I can read this imagery very much along the lines of a traditional Queen of Swords, but the book is no help. The book doesn't add anything for me. King of Wands. Did I say swords? I meant, you know what I meant. King of Wands. Wow, okay. I don't know. This looks like they're getting off a ship, or maybe not, but I don't know. People are waiting for them. This does not endear me to the King of Wands. I don't like the energy of this card. An authority figure, a person who takes decisions and hates procrastinating. How? I don't know how you get that either. Honesty and fairness. Whatever. Now we're to the swords. Okay, Ace of Swords. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's probably Michael, maybe. It feels like I want to say an accusation or an appointment. Like, you have been selected. You have been appointed by the divine, the holy heavens have picked you out for our purpose. That's what that feels like. You, the hand of God, you know, pointing right at you, saying, you go. You have a mission now. Like it. Electrical. Two of Swords. Okay, there's this crossing sort of energy. Look at this person running into the water. This is great because, you know, you have the person normally on the beach. We've got these wings. It's really beautiful. I'm not sure that I see the decision or the conflict or any of that in here. It's a pretty card, though. Again, intuitively, it might give some... These probably all have enough to give really good intuitive readings. Adjustment and equilibrium, balance, courage, friendship, agreement in a situation or conflict. So really, the useless book in that case. This is great. This is great. Succubus. This just kind of speaks for itself, I guess. I mean, if you get this card, you know your client's in a bad way. Wow. Four of Swords. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. There'll be peace when you are done. Five of Swords. I like this. It's just like they decided to get the hell away from each other. Like, both of them were injured or you know, feel like they both were like, they're both holding their head. It's so weird. It's like they're, oh man. Okay, yeah, it's giving me a feeling or a story of like kind of fighting yourself. Like, you can't win, you know, you can't win against yourself. It just feels like fighting yourself and, you know, wounding yourself. Like, however you wounded that person, you're so connected that you wounded yourself in the same way. And so you both had to retreat. So you get that sort of retreat, you know. And she's just kind of looking on. It's like you can't hurt that other person without hurting yourself. That's how that feels to me. Six of Swords. Okay. What I don't like about this is there's no, I don't see any movement. And again, these are pretty bleak. The images are pretty bleak. Wait till I get to the Bosch, right? I don't like the bleakness of this. They look like they're praying. So this gives me kind of a feeling of like refugees. So even though it's sad, it's kind of hopeful. It's like these people are leaving like this, you know, really bad situation. And they have hope for something better. They don't know, but they have hope for something better. Seven of Swords. This one is so just really unusual. There's all these birds, this castle. I don't know. There's not a lot of indicators in this of anything that might be going on. This says design, attempt, desire, hope, trust, talk, daydreams, a plan which could fail, and nuisance. So I'm totally perplexed by this card. I'm perplexed by the book. I'm perplexed by this being the Seven of Swords. In either of those cases, maybe I need some education. That one, as far as in terms of tarot, that one's kind of a mess. Eight of Swords. That's just interesting. It's just super weird. Kind of sucks you into this whole weird, like, WTF is happening. There's a bell. I find that interesting. I feel like that could really come up in intuitive meaning, reading for some type of meaning. We've got a bird. We've got a bell. Eight of Swords. Impairment, bad news, great displeasure, crisis, censure, power of impediments, conflict, slander, even sickness. What even? Like, that is so. I don't know what to call that. 8 is my number. Okay, that's right. I'm like, what even is the 8 of Swords? Right, the 8 of Swords is normally the woman that's tied to the beach. So we've got the bird in the cage for the imprisonment. But what did the book say? What was the book giving me? Impairment, bad news, great displeasure, crisis, censure, conflict, slander, even sickness. Okay, we're gonna ignore the book on this too. So really, I mean, we have this engagement that gives us our 8 of Swords. 9 of Swords, the Nightmare card. Well, you definitely feel their oppression here. This almost feels like, it makes me think of 1984, where they're talking about the jackboots and everything, like how violent they take down anyone who dissents, and how violent he was about 2 + 2 = 5. And it's like, you've got this huge uprising, but the powers that be just are not having it. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely get the oppression, the oppressive power. Yeah, I get that. 10 of Swords. Yeah, well, this person, this is great because this feels very much like the betrayal aspect. Like, you feel like they tricked this guy, they got him, away from everyone, and they are literally stabbing him in the back. They pretended to be his friends. I don't know. I just really get that from this. Page of Swords. This is interesting. This is like shining some light on a situation, a painful situation. This is knowledge. An inquisitive person, unafraid of authority or consequences. That doesn't make any sense to me in terms of this. Authority, attention, secrecy, surveillance, espionage, circumspection, and all deriving qualities. Okay. That's just a generic meaning for this card. Espionage, I think you can maybe get to there, but yeah, I just feel like they're a discovery, kind of. Discovery, shining the light on a situation. Knight of Swords. Oh boy. It's just this arrogance, this cruelty. Knight of Swords. A warrior, a conqueror, forceful and straightforward person. Yes, okay. Yes. Ability, courage, capacity. I don't see courage really. Defense, dexterity. What? Dexterity? Tell her that she's very punctual. That's what I get from dexterity. Anyway, hostility, yes. Anger, yes. Destruction, yes. Opposition, resistance, and ruin, yes. Okay. Queen of Swords. I like the way how she's kind of holding her hand, because the queen always kind of holds her hand out, similar to that, but usually with the elbow bent. But she seems like she's reaching out or whatever. And everyone's bowing to her. So they're probably coming to her to ask her for some favors. Talk to the queen when you want something like that. This is a person that knows both regret and remorse. A person of clear conscience but great sadness. Widowhood, sadness, difficult feminine situation. That makes me think of like PMS or fibroids or something. Absence, sterility, mourning, privatation, separation. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. The picture's fine. Final card, King of Swords. Wow. Again, so much hostility. It is a sword, but usually you just don't see them that way. A judgmental person, a person used to seeing the worst in men. Okay. Anything deriving from the idea of judgment. Power, control, authority, political skill, law, privilege of the crown. Okay. Wow. This is a deck, I think, that some of it I really love. Some of it not so much, but I do feel like I feel value in it. I feel value in it as far as learning deepening your knowledge of tarot, as far as doing certain deeper work. Definitely not on the light side. I feel like it could be very valuable in terms of reading it intuitively. I don't know if it's in your hand good. Okay. Shuffles nicely. I didn't feel like I could bridge it without them flying everywhere. I didn't ask if I was allowed to riffle shuffle. So we'll have to just assume that we can. There's not, oops, see, there's not space with this camera for the shuffling, so. Well, let's just have a message of some sort. Whoa, okay. They're pretty slippery. And what do we have? Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got this person who seems to be coming up with a request for more resources, I think. They want more resources for their war, for their troops. Their troops need better armor. All the troops are here to show their support. They're kind of wild. They're kind of like, we need all this stuff. And they're angry. But they have appointed this person to speak on their behalf. So this person here is hearing this person out saying, okay, hold off and let me hear the words of this person speaking on your behalf. So this Knight of Pentacles is negotiating for the resources that his troops need in order to be successful. So that is what this Knight of Pentacles is about, and this message is about. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to Tarot Oracle for loaning me this deck to review, to play with, and to check out, give my thoughts on. And I might just use this. I'm probably going to try to use this, do a live with this deck, because as long as I got it, I got to put it to use a little bit. I really believe that when you do a flip through and you're looking at the cards individually, it doesn't always reflect what it's like to do a reading, you know? It just doesn't. So to really get the effect, we're gonna have to put it to good use. So go ahead and hit the like if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below. Did you watch all the fragments of this long walkthrough? Do you enjoy these kind of deep dives? And do you have any thoughts on any cards anything I said or anything I didn't say, or cards that I was stumped by that maybe you have some insight on? Have you used this deck? Do you like this deck? Do you hate this deck? Did you move this deck on? Do you, etc., etc., etc.? There's just so many things we can talk about, and that's why I'm here, to show you these decks and then to talk about them. So yeah, leave comments below and I will, try to answer and respond to everyone. What else? What else should I be sure to let you know? Click the bell, of course, so when I do a live reading with this deck, you'll be there and have your question, answered. And guess that's it. Until next time, tarot friends, be well.